Hi everyone, thank you for joining us, and it's our pleasure to meet all of you in today's event, Telkomsel INDICO, Unlocking Indonesia's Digital Potential. My name is Lolo Sianipar and I will be your host for today. Indonesia has a great opportunity to become one of the world's most prominent digital economy country. And this talk show event covers how INDICO and its portfolios, such as KUNCIE, FITA, and MAJAMOJO, take part in leveraging Telkomsel's asset and capabilities to create a flywheel effect of innovation to develop cross-digital solutions that will empower Indonesia's digital economy. But before we get started, allow me to take off my mask. I'm sure that this event already follows strictly health protocol. And also, I'm going to go through some housekeeping to ensure you can interact with myself and also the speakers later. First of all, for all the audience joining online over Zoom, please set your name by typing your organization or institution dash your name. For example, INDICO-Lolo. So also, we will have a Q&A session during each segment, and we have 4 segments to cover today. And if you wish to throw a question to our speakers, please click raise hands icon on your screen. We also enable the chat icon and feature, and you can also throw in your question from that feature. Thank you. And let's start with our first segment. We will present you INDICO. Here's the video.
Every day, the world continues to innovate, to form its ecosystem. Digital ecosystem of health, education, games, and many other sectors which continues to grow. Therefore, we exist. We are INDICO. Indonesia has the potential to become one of the countries with the largest digital economy, and we will take action in optimizing the nation's potential by creating innovative digital solutions. INDICO exists to open the world of more in the Indonesia digital ecosystem. Working in the spirit of collaboration, INDICO will play a strategic role in every innovation development, delivering a variety of latest solutions that can be an inspiration. Go beyond connectivity to the infinite world. We will be empowering Indonesians and enabling businesses. We will help Indonesia to open the world of more of their life. INDICO.
Okay, without any further ado, please welcome Bapak Andi Kristianto, CEO of INDICO. Hi, Pak Andi, how are you? Glad to have you here.
I'm good.
So we're going to talk about unlocking Indonesia's digital potential.
Yes.
So excited, Pak ya.
Yes.
So Pak, I was wondering, why does INDICO take part in Expo 2020 in Dubai?
Oh, this expo is, I think, is quite a wonderful session to introduce INDICO, introduce Indonesia, introduce Telkomsel, and what INDICO and all our subsidiaries will be doing in the near future.
Wow, sounds like a great event
Yes,
back then.
yes,
So
correct.
great, Pak. I know you have presentations, so
Yes,
please,
I
the
will.
floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Lolo. Okay. Okay. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let me present the context starting from Indonesia. If you know Indonesia, Indonesia is the biggest archipelago countries in Indonesia. 17,000 islands we have. So basically everywhere you're standing in Indonesia, you're not so far away from the beaches, right? So we have 5,120 kilometers from east to west. If you see that 5,120 kilometers, if you really map Indonesia to US, right? The most western is until the most eastern is further from Los Angeles to New York, if you see. So this is quite wide, quite big and diverse, right? Yes. And we have a very young and productive population. Indonesia have a 270 million plus population, right? And young, more than 70% is in the really a working age. So it's really make Indonesia in such have a demographical benefit,
Yes.
right? I think it's until the next 15 years, so potential. Talking about Indonesia digital potential, yeah. So it's about $100 billion of GMV by 2025, and the growth is
that's
incredible,
huge.
right? Yeah. And we also host the 11 unicorns. So if you see in the pandemic, is actually a very like I think like everybody else in other countries experience that the digital transformation is really coming in, right?
Yes.
It's really changed our behavior towards digital and how to use digitals toward the every aspect of our life, basically. It's also happened in Indonesia, right? So yeah, so that's a bit context about Indonesia. Yeah. If I move and introduce Telkomsel a bit. Okay, Telkomsel have 170 million of subscribers now. So if you see that, it is more than half of Indonesia's population, right? Yeah, so this is after 27 years, it's our privilege to serve a majority of population. So Telkomsel is the #1 telco operators in Indonesia. And after 27 years, we realized that the value chain of business that we are serving, it is more than just telco, right? So we are providing a prepaid service, telco. Telkomsel is the first in the Asia, and I think the second or the third in the world, right? So that makes we understand our customers even more, because prepaid is more granular in understanding the customers. Also, we have to build a vast array of distribution. So 300,000 outlets we have to build, because the top-up system. Because in Indonesia, the bank account owners is quite low. So it's about 50% of Indonesians have bank accounts. That's why providing the outlets all over Indonesia is very, very important. So I think that's the assets that Telkomsel have, and it's really fueled the digital economies, because the connectivity that we provide alone is already a significant factors toward the digital. Now we are going to move not only providing the connectivity, we are to move because telco is moving from a vertical telco businesses. Now we are moving toward providing a horizontal layers enablement of any digital opportunity. So I think in last point, that's why we established INDICO. So because if we provide all the digitals inside a Telkomsel alone, so it's just a value-added services inside Telkomsel. So we want to introduce INDICO to make sure we can maximize our collaboration with the ecosystem. So INDICO is a subsidiary of Telkomsel. We are a holding companies. Now we have 3 subsidiaries. Later I'll introduce the subsidiaries of INDICO. But the mission really being how we can engage closer to the digital ecosystem. So I think that's how INDICO play in this situation, and how INDICO can play in the future of Telkomsel. Now, again, I'm coming back a bit on the how Telkomsel's asset can play a significantly. We provide the largest network coverage, for sure. We cover Indonesia. We are reaching 170 million and all 514 cities of Indonesia. So any businesses usually only have reaching maybe the first tier cities of Indonesia, which is about 60 of the cities, right? But Telkomsel is present in all second, third, fourth tier cities. 540 cities, correct. And with 27 years of the market understanding, so it gives us a very deep understanding of the behavior. Because again, Indonesia is so diverse, right? If you move between islands, it's totally different language. It's totally different. That's correct. That's our understanding. Because we not only understanding the 360 degrees behavior of customers, right? But also we have the retail networks, the offline 300,000 retail networks, which also we have about million more digital resellers all across Indonesia to serve 170 million in 514 cities. And one thing that also important to mention here at INDICO presence is being supported by the SOE ministry and the government. So I think the government is really behind us on this. Now, talking about that alone, I think is so what? The question is so what on the digital ecosystem. Actually, there are two things that we can help any innovators in Indonesia to create a difference in their business. I think number one, we can drive the revenue acceleration. If we can see, actually, any startups, any innovators want to be able to go to the market fast, right? To really targeting the right segment of customers. So we really be able to help them to do that. And also the second is also reducing costs because usually startups, the biggest cost structures is cost of customer acquisition. Well, Telkomsel have 170 million, right?
Yeah.
So for any innovators, big and small, reaching out to that all the customers to the right segment is really reducing cost of customer acquisition for any startup.
It's an advantage.
Right? Yes,
Correct.
correct. It's a significant advantage, exactly to your point. Yeah. So now, is it something new for Telkomsel to have a digital business? Not really. Actually, we have in the last 11, 12 years, a few digital business that we have.
Yes.
Now, if we see, originally we think ourselves as a telco, right? Providing connectivity for all Indonesian, right?
Yeah.
But after we engage with the customers, we know that games is a new vertical. This is very interesting for most Indonesian. Then suddenly, because of the less bank account owner in Indonesia, then airtime or pulsa, it become tools of payment. So everybody that want to play games can play and pay with pulsa. So for innovators, they know now you can actually play using pulsa, and then it's a great tool for monetization, right?
Yes.
And also Langit Musik. Very interesting story of Telkomsel. Why we are coming into this situation of we can help the music industry in Indonesia to revolutionize themselves.
Yeah.
Because about 2004, 2005, right? Piracy of music is really hitting hard, right?
Yeah.
And we provide a service called Langit Music. Before Langit Music is ringback tone first. So it's like inserting a player in the core network. So if somebody calls his friend, so he can hear the music, right?
I remember the euphoria
of
having that ringback tone and music.
So I mean, most of the market is actually seeing it as quite strange. How come you pay a music but you don't hear it? Usually, if you want to pay for the service, you are the one that consume it, right? But this is different. But this is showing our understanding of the customers and our understanding of the Indonesia. So with that in mind, we see that actually we can create or we can help the music industry to be able to find a new business model. So against the piracy. So I think that's the situation why suddenly a telco becomes so important in Indonesia to be involved in the music industry, right? And then Maxstream, correct? So Maxstream Video. I think we have the mobile banking. We have Telkomsel M-Site. Telkomsel M-Site is actually our big data services, IoT, advertising, and also SME solution, basically. So I think that's already there in Telkomsel. Now, with INDICO become the platform and also the holding, now we have the ventures that we own now. We believe these three could be a very good starting point for INDICO and for Telkomsel to engage with the ecosystem deeper. This is the right verticals that we believe our core capabilities can help the innovators to move forward. We have KUNCIE is education, but very specific education. So we will help the Indonesians to relearn and also to upskill and reskill, basically. So I think that's the tools for the later. I'll invite the CEO. And also we have FITA, health, but not in the cure, more in the care, basically. And also MAJAMOJO mobile games. We know that the Dunia Games is playing significantly in the area of payment, right? But now MAJAMOJO will play in more upstream in the publishing. So this is the 3 area that we believe we can make a difference from Telkomsel. So yeah, basically this is the hashtag of Telkomsel and INDICO. So we want to open the world of more, or in Indonesian buka semua peluang. We want to open up the opportunities for every innovators in Indonesia to be able to be productive, not only Indonesia as a market, but also for the become a producer, and hopefully not only in Indonesian market, but also going global as well. So we want to, INDICO want to empower the Indonesians. So that's our mission toward the consumer, but also we want to enable business. Any SME, any innovators out there, we hope we can help them to achieve their dreams, to make their business more streamlining toward the revenue or the cost saving that I mentioned earlier. So it's make easier for every innovator. So I think that's my short presentation.
Wow, that's very interesting, Pa. I mean,
Thank you
I
very
can see clearly how INDICOs actually can unlocking Indonesia digital potential, you know, with all the advantage that you have and all the breakthrough ideas. Is the solution for this digital era. That's amazing, Pa. So we are now go ahead to take some time, Pa, for some questions.
Sure, happy to do.
Please rest assured that we will try to answer each question whenever possible. We will go through, do we have any questions from the audience right now? Okay, so Pa, while waiting, Pa, what business sector does INDICO operate in? Basically.
So basically, INDICO providing platform to enable everybody from any vertical. So in our lesson learned in Telkomsel, Telkomsel's asset is very much relevant to a lot of verticals. I mean, we never know that we can go toward the music or toward the games, toward the video. So we can say that our asset can be a vertical agnostic. It can support any innovators as long as they need the go-to-market, understanding the customers, or the channels going online to offline in Indonesia, because our 300,000 outlets all over Indonesia is really something valuable assets for whoever want to go to Indonesia. So I think that's our focus.
True. So what kind of assistance and support is provided your portfolio if join INDICO?
For now, I think we have 3, but more to come. FITA, KUNCIE, and MAJAMOJO. So we provide first, I think, the networks and the brand, because Telkomsel is a very acknowledged brand, and we have networks to be able to introduce them to vast array of stakeholders in the ecosystem. Could be a mentor, could be a coach, could be a technology partner. So I think that's the area that we going to help, of course, and fun for sure, because everybody that want to grow the business need that resources to grow, basically.
But what kind of startup that you would like to invest? Is there any, you know, like something like to identify, you know?
It's very good questions. So, so in Telkomsel, actually, we are working with any type and in any stages of startups. So we have a program called Next Dev. It is very early, so if people come with the ideation, so and want to find a way how to make their idea become reality, we have Next Dev. Originally, it's coming from CSR. And then the next one, we have TINC. It's another program that more on the incubation acceleration. If the idea is already there, the team is already formed to find a product market fit. So that's the area that we are working on. After the TINC, so we have TMI also. TMI is corporate venture capital of Telkomsel. So INDICO is actually complementing the whole ecosystem of corporate innovation, I would say.
I see.
So that area.
But if this entity want to join INDICO, is it like INDICO who go around and try to find something that potentials, or around, you know, a startup can apply or send you some ideas of their business?
Basically, there are 2 ways we can find what we call inside out, meaning there's some innovation or incubation from inside Telkomsel, and then we park it in INDICO to be able to grow in the more natural manner of their particular businesses.
Yeah.
So like FITA and KUNCIE is originally coming from the SBU of Telkomsel.
Yeah.
Then we spin it out. For MAJAMOJO or MAJAMOJO, actually we are doing more outside in. We collaborate, and after our investment with Goto, so actually we are building this as a joint venture with Goto. Later we'll come to that, but the source is inside out and outside in. So two source of innovation. So we don't really border ourselves by doing, oh no, it's only Telkomsel alone, no, or only from outside alone, no, because it's coming from everywhere. So I would say we are very open now. I believe in this era we cannot just innovate alone. We have to engage with the ecosystem. We have to bring the ideation out, be open-minded to open the opportunity.
Collaboration make the ecosystem more, complete, right?
Correct,
Something like that.
That's why. Ecosystem the key.
Yeah.
If you see the INDICO, the name, I think you see previously in the video, is coming from Indonesia Digital Ecosystem. So there's a Indonesia part, there's a digital part, and then ecosystem. Ecosystem is the key.
Yeah. Exactly. Great, Pak Andi. Thank you so much. But don't go anywhere, because there will be more business talk with other portfolio. So let's move to MAJAMOJO. Pak Andi, before we start, can you explain and elaborate more why Telkomsel also focus on the game industry, Pak?
It's quite interesting questions. For the newest generation, games is not only a tools for playing, but if you see the youngest generation, they actually using games as a tools for learning, right? A tools for interacting with people, right? So, and there's a new suddenly new profession coming in, like game casters. I didn't even know, 10 years ago that profession is not even exist right now, but the game casters is happening. If you see YouTube of gaming, that's what happened actually. So I think that's one, because games is really the way we interact with the younger generation, right? That's one. And second, games is very much aligned to assets that Telkomsel have, retail, like buying vouchers, etc. It's very close to capability that Telkomsel have. That's why we are starting from dunia games. Now we are moving to.
I see. So it's not a trend, Pak. It's actually a lifestyle now.
Yes, it's already happening.
Okay, great, Pak. Now it's interesting, but we also have Jungwon Hahn, CEO of MAJAMOJO. They joined virtually from Singapore. Please welcome Jungwon Hahn. Hi, Jungwon Hahn. Hello. Hi.
Hi, Jungwon.
Sorry.
Hello.
Finally we can hear you. I'm so glad to see you. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
How's Singapore? Good. How's Singapore? Is everything business as usual already there?
Yeah, it's the same old in Singapore.
Same old. Okay, but before, I would like to remind our audience, if you wish to ask the presenters a question, please click the raise hand icon on your screen, and we also already enabled the chat feature. So, Jungwon, can you give us more detail about MAJAMOJO? What is it exactly? Is it a gaming platform consisting of different mobile games?
Sure. MAJAMOJO, as Andy has explained, is one of the key initiatives for digital economy. like Andy mentioned, MAJAMOJO is a game publishing company formed by INDICO and GoTo Group.
So what kind of games? Yeah.
So, well, just to elaborate a little bit more about ourselves, we're aiming to become the leading gaming publisher in Indonesia. And we will focus on developing mobile game industry in Indonesia and also reaching out to Southeast Asia. Our focus initially will definitely be around mobile games, as we've been seeing a big spark, big development over the last few years in the mobile game sector.
Okay, so like I asked previously, what kind of games, and is there any genre that you are aiming to, and maybe how many titles are available right now at MAJAMOJO?
Sure, I think we're definitely going to share more about our catalog shortly, probably not today, but we're aiming to go and work with game companies that create great experiences to the user base, specifically focused for Indonesia. So we'll definitely focus on a more and hardcore games, on mobile games, and the focus will be not only a lot of the games in Indonesia have been very successful from the foreign countries, but we're also looking very closely at the local development communities so that we can work together and develop the ecosystem.
I see. Okay. So what is MAJAMOJO's view on local gaming development? I mean, like, how big is the opportunity, and is there any challenge?
I think it's massive, but before I elaborate that it's massive, I want to say that Indonesia, like we all know, is the fourth largest populated country in the world. So that is a huge asset, for it's everyone's dream to have a big local home market, and we have that. The game market itself for mobile games specifically is Indonesia is ranked number 8 in the world for anything that's mobile and tablet added together. We're probably number 6 in just cell phone, mobile phone games. So it's a huge market. But considering that, I think the ecosystem is actually lagging compared to the other top 10 countries, which consist of countries like China, US, UK, Canada, Germany, so on and so on, right? So all these companies have very developed ecosystem for gaming. I don't think Indonesia is there yet, even though the potential's there.
Yeah.
And so I think the way we look at the gaming market is not just, hey, let's bring in a super fun game and make a lot of money. That's not our focus. I think our focus is obviously making great games better and more available to the consumers, but it's also our ability to actually grow the ecosystem so that we actually grow the market. The GDP for Indonesia is increasing rapidly, so we're going to catch up on even consumer spending power. Telkomsel is doing a great job, and they're going to do even greater job in penetrating with the mobile phone coverage. So more people will be connected, more people will be banked. So all the outlooks look very positive. So we have a huge opportunity.
Yes.
And going back to the local development, we don't have enough developers today. And we need more and more people. We need the smart boys and girls to be studying at college, study coding, study, art, graphics, and want to become a game developer. That's when we start to see more and more content flow out, and Indonesian gaming community become more and more competitive versus global. Because in today's world, it's no longer just your home market. You actually have to go global, successful. And I think the future is very bright because we have all these positive signs right in front of us. True. And MAJAMOJO will be a great vehicle to actually help the ecosystem get better.
Wow, awesome. And also, like Pak Andi said, the majority population Indonesia now is in a productive age, right?
Yes,
Hopefully,
it's younger.
more of
Yeah.
them becoming game
Yes.
developer, right, for
Yeah,
this
yeah.
business. Oh, Pak, back to Bapak. Why is Telkomsel investing in local games? Do you think that the new joint ventures will generate revenue, and how?
Yeah. So we know that Indonesia is a big market for games,
Yeah.
right? So Langit Musik, Dunia Games, yeah.
Yeah.
Dunia Games alone is already have 19 million subs,
Wow.
and 19 million users, yeah,
Yeah.
of gamers, and the users that become the active users at Dunia Games have significantly higher ARPU than the non-gamers. So it shows the business is quite interesting. However, like what Jungwon mentioned, the market is the players is quite significant, but the games is still mainly coming from the abroad. I think it's more than 99%. I think that's the area that we want to work. We want to collaborate with everybody for sure, but I think we also want to again bring the productivity to the Indonesian people.
Yeah.
And there's a long value chain of the professional games. Can be developers, can be again professional gamers, can be casters, can be and more to come. I would say because games is touching a lot of aspects in our life. Definitely.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, Pak, I just realized how lucky Jungwon, yeah, on the beach while we are here sitting at the office, yeah. How breezy and nice. You're sitting there. Lucky you.
The background.
So Jungwon, how is MAJAMOJO integrating with Telkomsel, Gojek, Tokopedia, and I mean like, will MAJAMOJO available in Gojek and Tokopedia platform?
We've been very fortunate to be part of the Gojek, and Telkomsel family. They've been very responsive, very welcoming for MAJAMOJO. We're collaborating in many different ways, and ideally we're going to be on each of the platform to maximize our presence. Like Andy mentioned previously, the key success factor actually is about player acquisition. And we are so fortunate to be under the umbrella of INDICO because, just imagine having access to 170 million people right off the bat. So we're in a very good position and we're very, very happy and honored to be part of the family.
Great. So by saying that, do you have any target, milestone, goals to achieve in the next few years? Jungwon or Pak Andi?
Yeah, probably in the first, I think we need to bring the fundamental life. I think the engagement with ecosystem is very key, I would say. Not only with the players, I think because we know the players. I think in Telkomsel alone, we are talking about esport alone, yeah. I mean, this is just one part of the games. We are running in very granular about 3,000 game tournaments a month.
Wow.
Yeah? So because that's the beauty of digital, right?
Yes.
We can do it everywhere digitally, big and small, right? So I think we understand that. Now that's in the downstream, yeah, in the player's point of view. But also now we are going to together with Jungwon, we are going to work with the game developers, the most potential game developers that MAJAMOJO will act as publishers from outside, and hopefully we are going to bring the local developers live as well to serve Indonesian market and moving forward to outside of Indonesia as well, because we want to bring the Indonesian creators go out. So with the experts, with like people like Jungwon, we believe that we can make a significant progress moving forward. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing. Do you want to add something, Jungwon? About the goals and the milestone?
Sure, absolutely. We're definitely very serious about this, and we aim to be in a very leading position from a commercial perspective, but also very influential and respected by the gaming community. I think getting respect from local gaming community will carry us very far, because that's ultimately the best compliment you can get in the industry.
Okay, great. So we have one question from the chat box. Maybe we can see, and I will read it. It's from Fidin Tech in Asia to Pak Andi. To add portfolios in the future, will INDICO be focusing on doing joint venture, acquisition, or build organic startups from within?
Yeah, thank you for the question. Yeah, it's Fidin from Tech in Asia. I think everything is possible. So it's proved by FITA KUNCIE that we are developing from within. But for like MAJAMOJO, we are doing joint ventures. Yeah. So I think this is two examples of the path. So again, we are opening up our eyes to any internal incubation opportunities, and we have the platform to do it. And also we are welcome for the any potential innovation from outside of Telkomsel, for sure. Yep.
Oh, that's great. Okay, thank you, Pak. It looks like we already covered all of our questions, and this is the end of our first segment. Jungwon and Bapak, you have anything to share?
No, for me, thank you very much. I think this is showing in just one verticals in games, and how serious MAJAMOJO, Telkomsel, and also GoTo to firming up the collaboration, and we are going to moving forward to the game ecosystem.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Very excited about it. Jungwon, you have anything else to add?
No, I'm like I said, I'm really excited with this new venture, working with Andi, INDICO, and the Telkomsel folks, and GoTo, of course. We can't leave them out. So it's been a fun ride so far. I look forward to having a lot of fun, a lot of successes, and grow Indonesia.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much, Jungwon. It's really nice to have you here. Be careful, don't get too tan, okay? Thank you for your time, and stay safe. Bye.
Thank you, Jungwon. Bye.
Thank you. Okay. Pak, this is very exciting, ya, Pak, for all of us. So let's move to our next segment. Pak Andi, we're going to have Vita joining us today. But before we continue, let's see the video.
Sehat nggak mesti mahal atau ribet kok. Apalagi sampai bikin kamu sengsara. Triknya, cobain deh VITA. Aplikasi kesehatan yang ngertiin kamu banget. Sesuai target yang kamu mau. VITA ngebantu kamu membentuk perilaku hidup sehat, didukung influencer favoritmu. Selain itu, VITA juga pastiin agar kamu tetap terinformasi dengan menghadirkan artikel-artikel kesehatan yang jelas dan mudah dimengerti. Nggak sampai 5 menit per hari. Kamu bisa gunakan fitur-fitur VITA untuk memaksimalkan hidup sehatmu, memonitor jumlah kalorimu secara terintegrasi, dan personalized buat kamu. Karena setiap orang kan beda-beda, progres kamu mungkin naik turun. Gak apa-apa kok, VITA punya komunitas yang dibimbing oleh pelatih dan ahli gizi bersertifikat. Langsung tanya aja semua hal tentang workout dan fitness, nutrisi dan diet, dan hal lainnya yang kamu juga bisa akses di library-nya VITA. Gratis loh, kamu juga bisa kumpulin poinnya yang bakal terakumulasi setiap kamu ngelakuin aktivitas di VITA. Dan bisa kamu tukar dengan berbagai hadiah menarik. Yes, VITA semudah itu. Bentuk gaya hidup sehatmu dimanapun dan kapanpun, tanpa biaya dan berhadiah pula. Karena sehat makin nikmat bareng VITA.
Wow, amazing. Much needed application, Pak. Yeah?
Yes.
We all need to download it. So, and we already have CEO VITA in the studio with us. Please welcome Reynazran Royono. Hi, Ray. It's really nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me here.
Yes, since we are social distancing, already got vaccine twice, right? And booster, you may take off your mask.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so let me remind audience once again, yeah. So if you wish to ask the presenter a question, please click the raise hand icon on your screen, and we also open chat feature, so you can simply click it and throw your question there. So Ray, how is the potential of the health tech industry in Indonesia?
Well, it's a very interesting insight, to be honest, because Indonesia is one of the countries that is a bit lagging when it comes to health, especially preventive health tech. Right? So if you look at globally, the contribution of users using health tech platform mostly are actually focusing on the preventive health. So around 70% contribution is coming from preventive. 30% is telemedicine. Now, if you look into Indonesia, it's interesting because Indonesia has a utilization of telemedicine that is more than 82%. Balance is preventive. So that shows that preventive health tech is something that is not yet mature in the country. And it's still a very huge white space, right? So awareness is not yet there. But that doesn't mean that Indonesians do not want to be healthy. Right? So if you look at the data, around 80 million people in Indonesia, they want to actually have a healthy habit. But at the same time, we know that Indonesia is a country that is having quite intense, I would say it's not intense, but basically there are a couple of diseases that could be big issues in the future. Weight problems, diabetes. Indonesia is also well known as a country that is still a lot of active smokers in Indonesia. Right? So cigarette is something that is still one of the
it's like
biggest
part of the culture, bad culture.
Right? So from that perspective, again, it's white space. There's opportunity in preventive itself. I think diseases is something that we need to control. It's something that the government wants to also accommodate, right? Pak Jokowi wants to make sure that we focus more on the preventive side rather than telemedicine itself. So I think it's huge. We're looking into potentially, you might see multiple unicorns in just the preventive health sector alone. If we're able to drive this awareness across more than 250 million people in Indonesia. So
and not to mention during pandemic, people more realizing that they need to take care of their health, right? Because they're scared of getting COVID and everything. But could you elaborate more about Vita? We already see the videos and it's really exciting. So.
Yeah, I mean, Vita is an app, right? So it's an app with a vision to make Indonesians healthier. So that's something that we do want to achieve as a company. What we're providing is basically features that will help driving that awareness to users so that they will be able to do healthy activities on a daily basis. We provide local content. So for example, if people want to eat gado-gado, they know exactly what's the calories, the macronutrients of gado-gado.
That's important.
They can take a picture of gado-gado and understand what are the calories and macronutrients from Indonesian food, right? Even the contents are pretty much customized towards Indonesian people. So Indonesians will they feel comfortable. I want to see recipes that are related to Western Sumatran food. So we have it, right? I want to do exercises that are really catered towards Asian people. We have that as well, right? So and that's coupled with also some of the coaches or coaching capabilities that we have in the app, where users can ask questions to certified coaches, certified nutritionists, to make sure that they're on track in their journey to be healthier, right? Now, what's also interesting is that FITA is trying to make sure that health is not something that is expensive. It's not something that is torturing, right? So that's why we have this tagline where, the healthier you get, the more enjoyable you can be, and the more benefits that you can get. So that's why on top of the healthy activities and of course health benefits that users get, we also provide points for users so that they can also redeem it with additional perks, like for example, Telkomsel data, vouchers from Grab, Gojek, you know it, right? So we have those rewards ready for users as long as they're doing the healthy activities in FITA. So that's pretty much what FITA does.
Wow, FITA has a noble cause actually here, Pak Andi. You must be very proud of it. So, Pak, what role does Telkomsel INDICO play in helping FITA moving forward?
Again, this is a very good examples on how we are acting as the horizontal platform to collaborate or to assess or to leverage our assets to help the verticals growth, right? And like Ray just mentioned, I think people now in Indonesia is more care, especially the younger generation, is more care to their health.
Yeah.
So it's not only about the cure part. Yeah, I mean, people want to prevent it. People want to take care of themselves, and the use of application is now become more and more embedded to the lifestyles, right? So that's the area where we want to leverage our assets, like Ray just mentioned. If packet data or gigabytes of the Telkomsel's packet can be a good traction for making people living more healthier. Why not? So I think we are going to leverage that.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. So how you're going to grow the business then, Ray? Can you share it with us? How
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that we're doing right now at FITA, and I think one thing that we believe is to make sure that we drive the awareness of FITA's existence at the first place, right? So we launched in November 10th, 2021. So it's just a couple of months back, and we're seeing already a huge growth of users downloading, using FITA. The reason being is because we always position FITA as something that is free to download to users. It's a free resource. There's a lot of benefits that we're providing to users as well. And that's why FITA is the #1 health and fitness app in Google Play Store right now in Indonesia. Wow. So that's the first step. Building that awareness is very important. The second part is we need to make sure that we build a very strong product, an app that is loved by the users, an app that is used on a daily basis by the users. And that's why from a product and technology development perspective, that's one of our key priorities as well. So the hypothesis is the best app will then drive the best engagement to the users, right? And that's something that we're going to drive. There's a lot of product market fit iterations that we're going to do. And the intent is to make sure that the users become engrossed in using FITA moving forward. And that virality then will come in an automated way if we are able to deliver that. And I think the third layer is, again, the army of coaches and nutritionists that will become the representation of FITA to the users. And this is a big business opportunity as well, right? We've never thought that, how many coaches and nutritionists are there in Indonesia? Can we grow that size? Because we know that from an opportunity perspective, preventive health is not yet that growing, it's not yet mature in Indonesia. But once we really drive that critical mass, then we're able to really drive even job opportunities of new coaches, new nutritionists in Indonesia, right? So we believe that with this three-pronged approach, making sure that we have a huge awareness, making sure that we have a really strong app, and making sure that we have an army of coaches and nutritionists to drive this to our users and make sure that they become trusted advisors for our users, then we can grow FITA as it's not just the fastest growing and youngest, but also a sustainable, profitable business in the future. So that's our plan.
Wow, that is a cool explanation, actually. That's really good. You cover all sides for FITA and to make it grow, right?
Yep.
And we have one question from the chat box. Let me read it. Okay, it's from Anam, CNBC Indonesia, to Pak Andi. Why did Telkomsel INDICO establish a joint venture with Gojek, in this case MAJAMOJO, and not acquire other startups or build startups from within, just like in the case of KUNCIE and FITA?
Okay, so this is about games, yeah. So originally when we invest in Goto, so we understand from a few aspects of collaboration that we can do, because we are a strategic investors, right? And not only putting money and then good luck for you, something like that. No, we are seeking the opportunities where we can complement to each other. And we see games is the area that we complement. So there, Gojek already have a GoPay, Telkomsel already have a Pulsa, so we cover the downstream part. But now we are going to move the upstream part, the publishing. So that's the area that we can join forces, join muscle, and complement the value from each others, right? So I think that's open up the opportunity for FITA. Definitely, we see that this is something that we want to grow it, because not everybody is aware of having the okay now, like Ray just mentioned, right? Now I can live more healthily, but there's a control point with all the interesting gimmicks or bonuses that we can have. So I think it's another way of having the innovation come to life.
I see. So I hope it answered the questions. But I would like to talk with Ray again. How will you convince prospective investor to put investment in Vita?
Oh, wow. Okay. I think, again, first of all, the market itself, right? So it's a big white space. It's something that is not yet mature. And FITA is pretty much kick-starting this journey in the preventive health tech awareness in Indonesia, right? And the fact that FITA has become the #1 health and fitness app in Indonesia in just a very short amount of time, it also proves the capability that the team has right now in FITA. We've recruited rock stars from people who are in startups, in corporates that built also unicorns in the past. So that capabilities is really shown from the number of downloads that we have, which is more than 1.5 downloads so far after only 3 months. The monthly active users that we have. So it shows the capability that we have as a team. And I think lastly is the fact that if you ask a question on who would be the best company that can really kickstart the preventive health white space sector in Indonesia, then that will be the collaboration of FITA, INDICO, and Telkomsel, right? Because of the unfair advantages that Telkomsel, INDICO can create, and the way FITA and INDICO can co-create in products and services in the future, tapping into more than 170 million subscribers of Telkomsel, as well as looking into innovations on how we can leverage the existing infrastructure that Telkomsel has as the largest telco in Indonesia, then the multiplication of how we can really grow this business will be very tremendous. So I think those will be the 3 key points that I would communicate to the investors.
Yeah. Wow, great, awesome. So you have long-term, short-term goals or a milestone for Vita?
Yeah, I think one short-term goal for us is to really position FITA as the app that is known by Indonesian consumers as the app that will help them get to that healthy lifestyle. And so that's kind of a short-term. Why I'm saying that it needs to be loved is because we still do need to actually do this product market fit iterations with our users. There's a lot of services that we're going to fine-tune, and we hope that we can really get up to more than 5 million active users in that short-term path, right?
Wow.
Now, long-term, what we're trying to do is to make sure that we, again, position FITA as that powerhouse, that app, that only app whenever people think about preventive health, ranging from not only one-on-one consultation with coaches, but also e-commerce related to healthy catering, wearables for sports, for example, vitamin supplements, or even insurance, then people would think about FITA, right? And the goal is to get to more than 50 million people in Indonesia to actually use FITA. And what we're seeing is if within that long-term goal, we're able to get into a unicorn status, then that will be a plus. Right? So that will be a bonus.
Wow.
So that will be our short-term and long-term.
Wow, that's very ambitious, yet it can happen. I mean, like to see the potentials, the promising Indonesian situation. Wow. Thank you very much, Ray. That's very mind-blowing for me.
Thank you.
So is there anything you guys want to add more before we end this segment? Ray, Andi?
I think from me, I think that's again, this is I'm very excited to have this, that the fact that Telkomsel's asset via INDICO can really create something different in the health tech, right? And it's proof by what Ray mentioned. I think our unfair advantage in the quite short term, this is still new, right? I mean, this is still, we are still going to improve, finding a new way of doing things, but the early sign is very promising, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, from my side, I think one thing that I feel, especially when it comes to trying to drive impact, which is a wide range impact when it comes to preventive health. Health is something that is very impactful to Indonesians, right? we shouldn't compromise, right? So I shouldn't build FITA myself. So that's why FITA, INDICO, Telkomsel is that larger ecosystem that can make this happen. It has the right to win. And that's why I'm equally excited with Pak Andi on the journey that we're going to take, 3, 5, 10 years from now.
Yeah, wow. Thank you. That's very inspiring. You are very inspiring, actually, also, Vita. So thank you very much, Ray. Hoping to see you again soon. And good luck with Vita. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, great. So, Pak Andi, our discussion is getting more and more exciting.
Yes,
Let's
excited,
move
yeah.
to our next segment, KUNCIE. But before we continue, let's see the video.
Halo, perkenalkan, inilah kunci.
Ini kunci sukses kita.
Wow, Pak Andi, another awesome application that Indonesia much needed, So we already have CEO KUNCIE in studio with us. Please welcome Mario Nicolas. Hi, Mario, how are you?
Hi, hello, I'm great. How are you?
Great. So we're already vaccinated again, and you can take off your mask so the audience can see. All right, thank you very much. So let me remind audience once again, okay, if you wish to ask the presenter a question, please click the raise hand icon, and also you can throw it in the chat features. So, Mario, how is the potential of edutech industry in Indonesia?
I think it's no longer a potential. It's already here. I mean, it's been proven, and especially during the pandemic situation, where it really accelerated the needs of people to, they want to upskill, they want to learn a lot of new skill required for the modern days, and especially, I mean, all of us feel the transformation of working from office and then working from home. You have to be ready with all the online tools, all these new skills that required. And then a lot of, I think, unfortunately, a lot of people and a lot of industry also got affected because of the situation. And at the same time, a lot of new industry came out of nowhere, and a lot of new skill is required to actually master those new studies. So I think the potential is real, and it's already here. And we have seen a huge, I think, request from like Indonesians, both students, professionals, entrepreneurs, that they really want to learn, but there's still difficulty to find where's the right place, where's the right website to actually learn all these new skills.
Like too many options, but at KUNCIE you can see anything that you want to learn, right? Or really learn. But tell us more about KUNCIE, please.
Yeah, so like we launched in 2021, mid-2021, and we already have more than, I think, almost 2 million registered learners right now in the platform.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. And KUNCIE is actually, we also create a learning platform that not only catering those who wants to learn, but also the mentors. Because the mentor, the mentor potential, especially in Indonesia, there's a lot of, new mentors, like industry guru or expert professionals that want to share. You know how Indonesians like to share, right? So in KUNCIE, yes, we also think about the mentor and how we can meet them together between the learners and the mentors.
But what make KUNCIE stands out among other platforms in Indonesia?
So in KUNCIE, you can learn everything that you want to know about starting a business, and then everything that can help you upgrade your professional skills. Right now, I think we already have a lot of digital marketing courses, how to be a professional designers as well, UI, UX, videography, photography. Soon we will have investment class, book writing, everything that you want to learn, you can find in KUNCIE. I think that makes us unique. And also, the mentor figure that we have is not only just a normal people out there. We have some very expert professional. We have a famous book writer. We have a famous director becoming a mentor in KUNCIE.
Wow, wow. So basically, soft skill, hard skill, it covers by KUNCIE.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Practical skills.
Practical skills. Okay, Pak Andi, so how you see KUNCIE's progress so far?
It's very good. Yeah, like Mario mentioned. Yeah, it's 2 million users, or to be exact, in KUNCIE's case, is 2 million learners.
Established in the midst of pandemic.
So it's really amazing. Because we know that people want to learn things, they want to upskill, they want to reskill, right? And there are a lot of mentors that maybe currently they have a practical knowledge, they create business out of it, but they are willing to share, to nurture the new. I'm just giving an example: barista of coffee makers. Yes, they have a business out of their coffee shops, right? But there are people that want to learn from them how to not only making coffees. I think that's one aspect of it, but how the more aspect out of that business. And people can see it from YouTube for sure, But I think what KUNCIE have, like what Mario mentioned, is actually this is really curated in very something that really engaging with both the people that want to share, the mentors, and people that want to learn. So I think it's very promising. I really like what I see and how Mario and the team's doing with the.
Amazing. So what is the strategy? How to grow this business?
Okay, so our strategy is very clear. We want to build a very strong technology platform that can create a very good experience for learners to learn. There's YouTube out there, right? And you can learn anything in YouTube, a lot of topics. But YouTube is not created for you to learn. It's a content consumption. But in KUNCIE, you can actually see your progress in learning. You can see all the materials that you have learned. You can actually reach out to the mentor and ask them some questions. And that's only from the learner side. We also create the experience for the mentor side. So when mentors sign up with us, they can actually, start creating a new content material for the learners to study. They can actually see the progress of the learners in each class, create an event, an online group, a community. So I think that's our strategy. We really focus on the technology experience, or the learning experience.
And to see progress, right? Not just gimmick, gimmicky. Have good mentors, but it's all like gimmicky,
Because that's the outcome expected when you learn something, right? You want to test whether this new skill is actually helpful or not. Whether you can actually increase your income, expand your business.
True. Oh, all right. So how will you convince prospective investor to put investment in KUNCIE?
Okay, so first, I think the numbers show, sorry. So in less than 1 year, we have almost 2 million learners in the platform. People really eager to learn, right? And for us, we have a very strong, network built by Telkomers. We can reach all the audience in Indonesia, through Telkomers arms. And not only the audience, but also the professionals, the mentors. We can actually reach them and invite them to join our platform. So the numbers really shows 2 million registered user, around 500,000 actively learning every month. And then this is just the beginning, because right now our number of mentors still less than 200, but we already have this much learner, right? Imagine if we reach 1,000 mentors in our platform. So people can learn 1,000 different topics. And that's if mentor only create one topic. One mentor can create 5, 10 topics.
Wow.
So the option is is unlimited, and it's growing, right? So whenever there's new thing, for example, there's NFT is a thing now, right? 6 months ago, nobody here, and then our learners request that we want to learn NFT, and we actually have mentor reach out. I understand how to teach people how to do NFT. So for us, we create a community, we create a platform, whatever they want to learn. whatever they want to teach. Like we can just group them here. And yeah, we see the number. I think number shows people already spent more than 10 million minutes studying in KUNCIE.
Wow, amazing, amazing, Mario. And I like the way you say users, learners, like it's more like it's your true target audience, right?
Yes, people don't use KUNCIE, they learn in KUNCIE.
Yes,
They're
amazing.
learners, yeah.
Okay, so we have one questions from chat box. Chat box, please. Okay, this is to Mario. Could you share with us some interesting stories that you witnessed on how KUNCIE users, learners grow or progress over time after using KUNCIE?
Yeah, I have few interesting stories, but I think one really stands out. So when we first launched, right, we really focus only on the entrepreneur topic and how to expand your business. A lot of new business skills, right? Yeah. And we have one mentor, very successful female entrepreneur. She created this soap brand for like household, for industry. So she shared all her knowledge on how to start this kind of business. And one of our learner, actually super passionate, she's also a woman. She studies all, 100% completion rate.
Wow.
And she reached out to the mentor and she said, I really like what you share in KUNCIE. I think it's really life-changing. Can I learn more? And you know what happened? They actually connect, and now that learner already have the franchise of the mentor.
Wow!
So, yeah. So
Wow.
she start the new business.
Very interesting story.
With all the insight directly from the franchise owner.
So inspiring, yeah.
Yes.
So inspiring.
I think that's what make our team, energized every day. Whenever we actually see like how people learn and actually help their life.
Another noble cause, just like FITA, Pak Andi. Yes, so very.
It's finding the purpose, right? I mean, the history
Finding
back
the
in
purpose.
Telkomsel.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember back then when we first able to connect people wirelessly, right? And seeing a mother crying happy tears, able to call her daughter that working abroad is energize us, right? I think that's what exactly what Mario and the KUNCIE team happening.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. This is my favorite question. So, what is the milestone here? What is the short-term goals, long-term goals for KUNCIE?
So our short-term goals is very clear. We understand that like Indonesians, millions of them, they're eager to learn, right? So for us, we want to have the mentors ready. So our short-term goal is we want to have more than 500 mentors, professional mentors, sign up in our platform, having the best experience for them to teach the class, doing the community learning and everything. So that's our short-term goal. And for the long-term goal, I think we have a quite ambitious goal. We want to become the best professional and entrepreneurial learning platform in Indonesia. By the best, I mean we have the biggest number of learners, we have the biggest number of mentors, we have the biggest number of topics, and we have the biggest completion rate of all the materials.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. Cross fingers.
Yes.
Okay, we have one more questions in the chat box. So this is from Kevin, CNBC Indonesia, to Pak Andi. With one of the themes of G20, digitalization of economy Indonesia, what are the next big plan for INDICO? And then other than games, education and health, what will be the next sector and why?
Okay, maybe number one, okay, for sure it is, like I said, Indonesia is a big market. I mean, its population itself is big, right?
Yeah.
But now we want to also empower the Indonesian to be more productive. I think KUNCIE shows, I think FITA shows, MAJAMOJO shows.
Yeah.
So it's just the starting three. So we want more to come. We want to leverage Telkomsel's assets to make the entrepreneurs, the innovators, to be able to reach their particular segments in more effective manner. So I think that's the idea. So moving forward, I think we want to move the ecosystem in Telkom, because again, nobody can innovate alone. Nobody can just do it alone. I mean, KUNCIE alone or Telkomsel alone and tackle that learners. I mean, forget it. I think, but with the collaboration, it's just double superpower, I would say. That's one. Yes. Other than these three, I think, yes, many interesting sectors in Indonesia. Few things like in area around videos is interesting, yeah. Around agri-tech or food ecosystem is another interesting area to look into, and we believe Telkomsel's asset may play area around that. Also, leisure economy maybe now is a bit. But the pandemic is halting the leisure economy. But I believe now, once the pandemic is stopping, everybody's going for holiday, right? So I think that's the area that we look into, and with the beauty of Indonesia, that islands, that beaches, tropical countries, etc. I mean, leisure economies are going to be big, and a few others. Logistics is another area, and we look into again. Our assets can be vertical agnostic. Yeah. So we are open up for many opportunities.
Wow, that's great. Unlocking the potentials,
yes,
right?
Exactly.
So it looks like we've covered all of our questions, but is there anything else in this segment you want to add, Mario, Andi, maybe?
Yeah. So I think if you guys want to learn something new, please try KUNCIE.
Yes. That's the QR code at the bottom right below, so you can just scan it and download KUNCIE and be part of the Indonesian digital economy movement.
Yes, very excited about it. So, Bapak?
Yep, I think that's the message. I think I hope our short conversation shows our passion to bring this digital economy, and I mean we want to be very granular in understanding the customers' pinpoint, their dreams, their aspiration, and we want to help them to achieve that.
Yes, great. So thank you so much, Mario. Very inspiring, very insightful. And so, Pak, that is actually what we got for you here, all of the audience today. But before we leave, Andi, closing remarks again, or that's the closing remarks?
I think that's my closing remarks. I think
we don't close the closing remarks.
Again, let me just mention it one more time. So Indonesia has a huge potential as a market, but we want to make Indonesia more productive, and the way to engage the whole ecosystem between the supply and demand is by engaging with tackling the right problems, engaging with the innovators, open up with the ecosystem, and our assets, we believe, can make a significant difference to create an unfair advantage. And I think it's a long-term game, but we want to be sustainable, to find the passionate to keep on moving forward, to bring Indonesia to the next level.
Yes, looks very promising, Pak.
Yes.
Thank you, Andi. Thank you so much. And thank you to our speakers for today and all the audience that joining us in our business talk, Telkomsel INDICO, Unlocking Indonesia's Digital Potential. Well, if you have additional question, you can connect with INDICO through this email address. You can see on your screen. hello@indicocompany.com. And also, we would like to extend our gratitude to Expo 2020 Dubai, the Ministry of State-Owned Enterprises of Republic of Indonesia, Telkom Indonesia, and Telkomsel. Thank you so much again, Pak Andi. This is really good sessions we had, and we appreciate you signing in, and hope we'll see you next time. Once again, thank you. I'm Lolo Sianipar. Stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.